All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we are going to talk about something you've probably used 1,000 times without even knowing its name. It's one of the most powerful tools out there for getting inside people's heads. And really, it all boils down to this one big question, right? How in the world do you put a number on an opinion? I mean, how do you measure something you can't see, you can't touch? Things like, say, satisfaction, or what someone believes, or just how important something is to them. Well, it turns out there's this really elegant solution for tackling that exact problem, measuring the unmeasurable. And trust me, it's a tool you see all the time, even if you had no idea what it was called. So let's give this thing a name. It's called the Likert Scale. And its genius, oh man, its genius is that it does one thing just incredibly well. It takes all our messy, subjective feelings and turns them into clean, objective data that we can actually work with. Okay, so how does it actually do that? How does it work its magic? Well, at its core, the most common version uses this really simple, kind of beautiful 5-point system. And yeah, this is basically the whole process right here. It's super simple. You get a statement, you pick one of the options, and then kind of behind the scenes, your choice gets a number, usually from 1 to 5, and boom, it's now data ready to be analyzed. But, and this is where it gets really cool, the Likert scale, it's not just one single tool. Think of it more like a whole toolkit. It comes in different flavors, and each one is designed for a very specific job. So first up, we've got the classic, the OG, the one you've seen 1,000,000 times for sure. It's the agreement scale, and its job is super straightforward. It just measures how much you agree or disagree with something. Now, the key thing to remember about this one is that it's all about capturing your attitude, your opinion. It's measuring what you think or believe, not, and this is important, not what you actually do. Okay, let's move on to the next tool in the box. This is the frequency scale. And this one, it totally shifts the focus. We're moving away from belief and over to behavior. It's not about what you think anymore, it's about how often you do a thing. You'd use this one for tracking habits, right? Actual behaviors. So if someone asks, how often do you exercise? Or how often do you eat out? That's a frequency scale question. It's all about action. Pure and simple. All right, next up in the toolkit, we have the importance scale. And this one, well, the name kind of gives it away, doesn't it? It's all about ranking, figuring out what is most important to you.
So, when a company is trying to figure out which new product feature you care about the most? Or a manager is trying to understand what actually makes you happy at your job? Yep, this is the scale they're going to use.
Okay, from what's important, let's talk about performance. This is the quality scale, and its entire job is evaluation. It's for rating how good or, how bad something is. Think about it. Anytime you've given 5 stars to a movie on a streaming app, or rated a meal at a restaurant online, or reviewed a service you used, you are using a quality scale. You've been doing this for years. All right, now this next one is a little more subtle, but it is incredibly powerful. This is the first of 2 likelihood scales we're going to look at. This one is called the truth tendency scale. And here's the trick. It's not about your opinion. It's about how true a statement is for you personally in your reality. And that's a really, really critical difference. It's not asking, do you agree with this idea? It's asking you to just report the facts of your own life. It's trying to measure what is, not what I think. And that brings us to the second likelihood scale, which flips things around and looks to the future. This one is all about probability. What's the chance that something will happen? So yeah, this scale is all about prediction. It's how researchers get a sense of what you're going to do next. When they ask, will you recommend this to a friend? Or how likely are you to buy this again? That's the scale they're using to peek into the future. So let's just pull back for a second and look at the whole toolkit all at once. You've got 6 different scales, and each one is a specialized tool for a specific job. You've got agreement, frequency, importance, quality, and then the 2 types of likelihood, one for what's true right now and one for what's likely to happen tomorrow. Okay, that's a lot of theory, but theory is one thing, right? Let's actually see how these work in the real world. Just imagine for a second you're filling out a feedback survey for a class you took. So first up, you get this question. It's asking how satisfied you are. That's pure opinion, right? It's asking what you think. And that, my friends, is a classic agreement scale. But then, look at the very next question. See the shift? It's not asking if you liked the discussions. It's asking how often you participated. In one question, they've gone from measuring your opinion to measuring your actual behavior. And that little example right there, that shows you exactly why this stuff matters so much. The whole power of a good survey, a useful survey, comes down to one thing: using the right scale for the right question. That's how you get data that actually means something. So, the next time you take a survey, you're going to see it a little differently, aren't you? It's not just a bunch of questions. It's a powerful tool for turning feelings into facts. And now, you know exactly how it works.